spectacular ocean views not far away from the home of the Florida Atlantic Owls, FAU Stadium in Boca Raton, Florida, where they hope this game lives up to the setting. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Florida Atlantic Owls. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Demon Deacons will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. Here comes the offense on first down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. First down for this offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me too. On the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12 wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to throw, it's McDonald. Working the middle, it's complete. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? Third down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day one install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on first down. He's got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
This Florida Atlantic offense is on a roll. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Back to throw, it's McDonald. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
On the set. 2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Great timing there on that throw by the QB on the out route. Gets it to his guy just in time. He makes the catch, and his momentum takes him out of bounds.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. He wants to throw. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. offense getting set for first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Leaves it with the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Fires to the big fella. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Bought a little time, lets it go.
You know, it's difficult for QB sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Give to the running back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, it's Boone. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Right back to the well. Just causing wreckage in the secondary. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Leaves it with the back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball in 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, You just wonder what that does for their confidence.
The Owls are moving quickly down the field. Inside the 40. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Moves away as he feels pressure. He's going to take off. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida Atlantic 7, Wake Forest 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Now they're going to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Florida Atlantic comes to the line on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Brings up
Second and goal for this offense. Here we go. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Alabama is on the short side of things right now, but like the days of Tua and Devontae Smith in the 2018 title game, do not rule out a comeback. They're trailing by 13 to UCF. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Dropping back, it's Boone. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Now the toss. Fighting off the defender. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
Going up top on first down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
It's second down.
After the misfire, now on second down. They'll try the left side. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Feeling some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops.
And the pass hits, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
They'll start this drive with a pass. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
That QB is lucky that ball wasn't picked. You just cannot lob the football, especially when you're throwing it down the middle of the field like that.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wake! Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Washington. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
First and 10.
Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into the run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Movement here from the tight end. Grabbed behind the line. It's Smith. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10.
Let's go!
They'll put the tight end in motion. The give out of the gun.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play.
1st and 10.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They'll run the option. At the 35, he's loose. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
Well, that's just on the defense. I'm sorry. Fullbacks are not supposed to be able to rip off big runs like that. The defense, they better do a better job tackling as this game goes on.
The offense lining up for a 1st down play.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the 1st down.
And the Demon Deacons will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. On the option. Quick toss. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. The corners are walked up tight. On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line gets set, 1st down. To the air, it's McDonald. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. They move the tight end all over.
Tuna. Gaucho. Squirrel. Gaucho.
Looking to move it through the air. On target over the middle. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. To the air on 1st down. Unloads it left. It's caught. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
And the Owls trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half.
Brings up
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Florida Atlantic about to boot it away and get this second half underway.
Set to kick this one away.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it away at the 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Pulls and fired complete. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Demon Deacons will line up to punt it away. He'll bring it back. It's Washington. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Running back searching for a hole. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Might as well stick with him. Just buried it. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
On the ground with the counter. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. Just steamrolling the defense. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They're getting this guy lathered up. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Leaves it with the running back. Powers through the defender. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, but just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off his guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
Ball at the 31. 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. Quarterback checking off. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And it's right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Alabama is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe the Tide can't roll back into this one. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to UCF. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
At the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Able to run it out to the 28 on the last one. It's 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Boone. They get to him as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
And the Demon Deacons will punt it away on 4th down. Running it back, it's Asher. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26.
Will take over 1st and 10.
Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Here's the handoff. Runs for the tackle. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Got his man quickly. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really.
Fires and picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires toward the end zone. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
The pitch. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound, no matter who gets the football. We're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the 1st down here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Demon Deacons will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Quick strike complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Florida Atlantic 17, Wake Forest 7.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. The give to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball. Movement here from the tight end. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. To the air, it's McDonald. Quarterback adapting. Right down the middle. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. On the option. He'll toss it. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Here comes the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game. This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Of 4. Brings up second down.
Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO. They were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Quick release on the RPO. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Demon Deacons moving quickly to the line.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. DB's right up on the receivers. From the gun, the running back has it. A 3rd and long coming up here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the 4th quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
Looking for a man. It's McDonald. Looking for a deep man. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
And he's done everything for this offense today, running the football, so much so that he's now got 98 yards rushing. We're in the fourth quarter. One more carry, and this guy could eclipse the 100-yard mark.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44.
2, 9, 8, 10. Yep.
Quarterback checking the play. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
Yeah, and that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Looking downfield, it's Boone. Quickly complete. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. The Demon Deacons want to crank the tempo. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
He wants to throw it again. Catch in the middle, it's Reinbold. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. And the Demon Deacons are moving quickly down the field.
I love the type of throw there by the quarterback, throwing to his running back on that angle route. That cannot be a bullet throw. He just puts enough air.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Pulls it in. It's Smith.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. On the option, it's Boone. And he's hit and taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. And the back goes in motion. Kinds of room to the right. He's at the 10. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
Might not mean much to the game, but the last thing he wants is a missed one on his stat sheet. And the kick is good, but they'll still lose this one by 3. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team staying